I don't know, child. DDG really handled that, okay? And I know y'all gonna say he went below the belt talking about a deceased mother. But you came after the mother of his child. You know, he has that protective instincts now, right? You don't talk about people, wives and girlfriends and, being mother. You don't do that. You don't do that. You put that out there, that energy out there, that hateful, racist energy out there, and got back what you deserved. And someone spoke poorly about someone that you loved. And I'm sure that didn't make you feel good. That's exactly how he felt. When are we going to get past this blatant racism and colorism? And yes, colorism for my black community. Because we have colorism in a black community, aka the whole Chile situation. And I got to make a video about that too, because I need to see what is going on about that. You can't help the skin that you were born into. You can't. I didn't decide to have brown skin. I didn't design this to happen to me. I didn't decide it for myself. I was just born into the world like this. I have this nose, I have this lips, I have this body. I'm 5'7". I used to be so ashamed of myself being 5'7", and I'm just going off topic here, but I promise it'll make sense. But I used to be so scared because I was 5'7", and I literally heard a boy. I was like in middle school, and I was on the line, and he was talking to his friends, and he's like, yeah, she's cute, but she's too tall. And I knew they were talking about me because I was the tallest girl in the line. I knew they were talking about me. And it just made me want to hide. It made me want to feel smaller because I always stuck out. Like any line I went to, I was always the tallest person. I was always at the back of the line because you know how they go from shortest to tallest. I was always the tallest girl. Even when I meet people nowadays, like the average height for a woman, if you Google it, it's like 5'4", 5'5". Like, yeah, you'll meet some tall girls in your life, but most of the time, you're not going to meet somebody just randomly that's 5'7". You're just not. You're not. So I've always stuck out. I've always had very strong bone features, features, that I always tried to hide because I felt like I stuck out. But I've realized in life, you have to be who you are because I have no other choice but to be this person. I'm not going to bleach my skin. I'm not going to damage myself to conform to a society. I love my skin. I love my brown skin. If I was dark skin, I would love my dark skin because it's my skin and I have to love it. Because that's what God said what was best for me. That's what my Creator said that was best for me. And He knows what's best for me. And you should love your white skin. I want you to love your white skin. But don't punish someone else for being brown skin. Don't punish them for something that they couldn't help. That God and the Creator thought that was best for them. He chose that for them. And God chose to give you white skin. But that doesn't mean you're a better person. It just happened to be the roll of the dice. You just happen to be white. He didn't see you before He created you and said, oh, well, he's more special, so I'm going to make him white. That's not what happened. I promised you. If you ever read the Bible, you would know that God doesn't think like that. So I don't know what God you're praying to, but it can't be the same God that I'm talking about or the Creator that I'm talking about. Racism still exists, you guys. I remember my boyfriend playing Madden, and you know how guys like trash talk each other through the microphone or controller, and this guy, I think Casey said something that hinted to the fact, like, because black people, we do talk differently sometimes. from Caucasian people. And this guy went on his YouTube video and started to play monkey noises to piss off my man. Of course, my man just kept trash talking him. Like, he won that trash talk. But this guy throughout the whole time would just play monkey noises, and just say very racist comments. And it just makes me realize, like, this could be a person that I'm passing by every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, a person that's being so racist behind their phone, that could be somebody you're walking past every day and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. And it's just scary to live in a world like that, to not know if someone's prejudiced against you. I'm actually thankful that there's sometimes people will show you that they don't like you, but there's some people, a lot of them, and they know they don't like you because of your skin. And they won't show it because they don't want to look racist. And they don't want the world to take away their job. And they don't want their image tainted. And no one wants to, I'm not a racist. Nobody wants to be the racist. But let's not pretend like these people still don't exist. Because they do. They exist in many, many, many amounts. But we as Black women, we have to love each other. We can't put each other down. And we have to defend each other. Because why does this man feel so comfortable to say that? You got to think about it. Why does he feel so comfortable? What has happened in our community that he feels so comfortable to talk about a woman like this? They don't respect us because we don't respect ourselves. They don't love us because we don't love ourselves, and we don't love each other. And this is why we have to learn how to love ourselves and respect ourselves and value ourselves and see beauty in ourselves instead of trying to conform to their beauty standards, because you're never going to be them. And they're never going to be you. No matter how much times they go to the tanning machines, how many times they blow up their lips, the amount of times these Chinese, Koreans go to these stylists to make their hair look like 4C here. It doesn't matter how many little baby concerts they go to, they'll never be us. No matter times they go to Jamaica, they'll never be Jamaican. Baby, you could never be me. It doesn't matter if my accent left, you will never be a real Jamaican. You'll never see the real side of Jamaica. You'll never be able to see the tallest trees with all types of fruits and seeing pigs tied against tree, and you'll never know. You didn't taste the red dirt like I tasted. You don't know certain things, baby. You don't understand the peace that comes from being on a countryside. You don't know what it's like to carry water on your head in the country. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be passing goats. You don't know you don't know our culture. You'll never be us. It don't matter how much you study me. It don't matter how much you try to replicate, try to follow our blueprint, baby. Our blueprint always changes, baby. It don't matter how many times you try to date our men or have sex with Black men. You'll never be us. It doesn't matter how many mixed babies you produce, Kim Kardashians. You'll never be us. You'll never be us. You may always profit off of us, and you use us and exploit us for your own gain. But you'll never be us. You'll never have that beauty. Stay beauty in your own right, and we'll stay beauty in our right. And let's stay in our lanes. If we can't sit in the play box and be nice, let's stay in our own lanes, ladies and gentlemen from each races. Let's stay in our lanes and let's be cordial, okay? Let's be cordial. Stay in your lane, and I'll stay in my lane. And I promise you that. I promise you that. Okay? Let's not disrespect any more Black women, especially like women like Haley Bailey that don't cause no issues. Because I promise you, DDG won't be the last person to be not so nice. We're not going to take disrespect like that no more. This ain't no Martin Luther King days. This ain't no nonviolent protests. We speak up now, okay? So think twice. Think twice before you disrespect somebody of color. Think twice if you can handle the repercussions, okay? Think twice. Anyways, subscribe and like for more rants like this.